What if I told you that you are not who you think you are? What if everything you've ever believed about yourself was a lie? You're not just another human being. You're part of something much greater. You are the chosen one. But this truth comes with a price, and it's time for you to wake up. Have you ever felt different, like you were never meant to fit into this world? That feeling of being isolated, misunderstood, like you don't belong in the ordinary realm of human existence. You're not alone in that. The truth is, you're not meant to belong here. You are part of a higher calling, a divine purpose that transcends this physical world. But with this calling comes a burden, a responsibility to break free from the constraints of the system, to awaken to the deeper reality that lies beneath the surface of this existence. The world is afraid of people like you, people who see beyond the illusion, people who recognize their true power, and they will try to silence you. They will make you feel crazy, alien, out of place. But the truth is, those feelings are the signs that you are exactly where you need to be. Spiritual awakening is not just a metaphor. It's not just some vague concept that only applies to a select few. It is the moment when your soul remembers who it truly is. The moment when your consciousness expands beyond the limitations of the physical world. You are a part of something much bigger. You are a vessel for higher knowledge, higher truth, and higher power. And this awakening is not always gentle. It's often painful. It shakes you to your core. Your old life, your old self, begins to crumble away, leaving you feeling raw and exposed. But this is the necessary transformation. You are shedding your humanity, stepping into your divinity. Your soul is waking up, and it will not be silenced. You may have experienced things that others could never understand, the dreams that feel too real, the moments of intense intuition, the sense that you've been here before. These are not coincidences. These are the signs that your soul has been chosen. Your sensitivity to the energies around you, your ability to see through the veil of this world. These are all clues that you are awakening to your true power. It might seem like a curse at first, a burden you didn't ask for. But once you embrace it, you will realize that being chosen is the greatest gift you could ever receive. Why does the world fight so hard to suppress those who awaken? Why does it try to shut down anyone who dares to speak the truth? The world is built on illusions, and those who are awake pose a threat to those who wish to keep others asleep. You've likely faced rejection, criticism, and even ridicule for simply being yourself. But understand this. Your awakening shakes the very foundation of the world. Those in power don't want you to see the truth. They don't want you to realize that you are more than just flesh and bone. But this rejection is a sign of your power. The world fears what it does not understand, and it fears you because you are a force beyond its control. Now it's time for you to reclaim your power. You were never meant to be a mere mortal. You are a soul, ancient and infinite, born into this body to awaken to your true potential. It is time to stop hiding, time to stop dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. You have a mission, you have a purpose that goes far beyond what this world can comprehend. Embrace the discomfort of your awakening, the fear, the uncertainty. It's all part of the process. You are transforming. You are evolving into something much greater. And when you step fully into your power, you will change the world. If you are truly chosen, you have walked the path of loneliness. It was never by choice. Life has forced you into solitude over and over again. People you once trusted disappeared. Relationships that once felt strong crumbled into dust. Even your own family may not understand who you are becoming. At times, you've asked yourself, why me? Why am I the one who has to walk this path alone? But what you don't realize is, this solitude is not a punishment. It is preparation. The universe removes those who no longer align with your energy. It strips away the distractions, the illusions, the fake friendships, and the shallow connections, so that you can truly hear your own soul speak. And what is your soul telling you? That you were never meant to be like the others. You were not born to live an ordinary life, to follow the crowd, to numb yourself just to fit in. Number, you are a divine being, and your isolation is a sacred initiation into your true power. The moment you step into your awakening, you become a threat to the forces that have controlled this world for centuries. Make no mistake, this is a war, not a war fought with weapons, but a war fought within the mind, within the soul, a war between light and darkness. You will be tested, you will be attacked, not just by people, but by unseen forces, negative energies that seek to drag you back into ignorance. Have you ever felt that? The sudden waves of doubt, the voices in your head telling you that you're crazy, that you should give up. That is not your mind speaking. That is interference, an attempt to break you before you can rise into your full power. The question is, will you let them win? Or will you stand your ground and embrace your light? Because make no mistake, your awakening is the most dangerous thing to those who wish to keep humanity asleep. Have you ever noticed how people react to you? The way strangers either gravitate toward you or avoid you completely. Some stare at you for no reason. Some feel uneasy around you. Others feel drawn to you, like a moth to a flame. That is because your energy is different. Your presence alone shifts the frequency of a room. You don't even have to say a word. People can feel that you are not like them. And deep down, they know it. Some will be intimidated by you. Some will try to bring you down, to discredit you, to make you doubt yourself. Others will seek your wisdom, your light, because they feel something within you that they cannot explain. But no matter how people react, one thing is certain: you cannot hide who you are. You carry the energy of something ancient, something powerful, and the world can feel it. Look around you. The world is shifting. Everything that once seemed stable is beginning to crumble. The systems, the structures, the old ways of thinking, all of it is breaking down. And do you know why? Because a new reality is being born. And who do you think is leading this transformation? Who do you think is guiding humanity towards something greater? It's you. The ones who have awakened, the ones who refuse to be controlled, the ones who see beyond the illusion. The chosen ones are the architects of the new world, the builders of a new consciousness. You may not realize it yet, but every thought you think, every action you take, every truth you speak, it all ripples into the collective, reshaping reality itself. You are not sent here to simply survive. You are sent here to create, to shift, to awaken. The old world is falling apart, and the new one, it is waiting for you to step into your power. There is something different about you at a cellular level. Your DNA is not like the rest. You may have noticed that your body reacts differently to certain foods, sounds, or even people. You might have strange sensitivities, feeling drained around crowds, getting sudden bursts of energy at night, or experiencing vivid dreams that seem more real than reality itself. That's because your very essence is tuned into a higher frequency. Your DNA holds codes that are waiting to be activated, and when they do, your abilities will expand beyond anything you ever thought possible. The ancient ones knew this. That's why sacred texts and hidden teachings speak of those who carry the divine bloodline, not of royalty, but of cosmic ancestry. You have a connection to something beyond this earth, and as you awaken, your energy shifts, your perception sharpens, and your soul begins to reclaim its forgotten power. This is why the world feels different to you, because you are experiencing it through the eyes of an awakened being, no longer bound by the illusion. If you are a chosen one, the system was designed to break you. From the moment you were born, you were surrounded by distractions, programming meant to dull your senses, to keep you blind to your true nature. Think about it. The education system never taught you who you really are. It never spoke of energy, consciousness, or the power of thought. Instead, it conditioned you to obey, to memorize, to accept the world as it is, without questioning. The media? It fills your mind with fear, with mindless entertainment, with narratives designed to keep you weak and distracted. Even the food you eat, the air you breathe, the very environment around you. It's all engineered to lower your vibration. And yet, despite all of this, you are awakening. You are breaking free from the programming. That is why they fear you. Because once you see the truth, you can never unsee it. And once enough chosen ones awaken, the entire system will collapse. Have you ever thought of someone only to have them call or text you moments later? Have you walked into a room and instantly felt the energy shift, without anyone saying a word? Have you spoken things into existence only to see them manifest days or even hours later? This is not coincidence. This is not luck. This is you stepping into your power. The chosen ones have abilities that defy logic. Your thoughts shape reality faster than others. Your intuition is sharper. You see things before they happen. You may have even noticed streetlights flickering when you walk by, electronics acting strangely around you. That's because your frequency disrupts the energy field around you. And the more you embrace your power, the stronger these abilities become. But here's the truth. Society has tried to make you forget this power. They call it luck. They call it coincidence. They tell you it's all in your head. But deep down, you know the truth. You are not like the others. There's a reason why you feel drawn to the unknown, why ancient knowledge, hidden wisdom, and forbidden truths resonate so deeply within you. You have always sensed that there is more to this world than what we are told. The veil between dimensions is thinner for you. Have you ever felt an unseen presence around you? Have you ever woken up at 3 a.m., feeling watched, feeling called? Have you heard whispers in moments of deep silence as if something beyond this world was trying to reach you? You are not imagining it. The chosen ones walk between worlds. Your soul is attuned to energies that most people cannot perceive. And the more you awaken, the more you will notice signs, numbers appearing repeatedly, visions in dreams, encounters with beings that seem too real to be imagination. This is not a curse. This is a gift. But the question is, are you ready to embrace it? Something strange has been happening, hasn't it? The world doesn't feel the same anymore. The air, the energy, the very fabric of reality, it's shifting. What once seemed real now feels hollow. The things that used to excite you no longer matter. Movies, entertainment, shallow conversations. It all feels meaningless. And that's because you are unplugging from the illusion. The chosen ones are waking up at an alarming rate. And as you rise, your perception changes. You see beyond the veil. You recognize the falsehoods that hold this world together, the scripted news, the staged events, the way people move through life like programmed machines. It's all becoming so obvious to you now, isn't it? This is part of the awakening process. The old reality is dissolving, and soon, those who remain asleep will have no choice but to face the truth. But you are ahead of them. You've already crossed the threshold. Have you ever noticed how drained you feel after being around certain people? How some places make you feel heavy, while others fill you with energy? This is because you are more sensitive to energy than the average person, and right now, an unseen battle is taking place, a war for your frequency. Everything around you is designed to lower your vibration: toxic relationships, low-frequency music, mindless scrolling, fear-based news. It's all meant to keep you weak, distracted, and disconnected from your true power. But the chosen ones are waking up. They are learning to protect their energy, to guard their minds, to master their emotions. Because once you control your frequency, nothing in this world can control you. There's something you need to understand. Nothing in your life has happened by accident. Every struggle, every betrayal, every heartbreak. It was all part of your training. The universe has been testing you, preparing you, pushing you to your limits. And if you've made it this far, it means one thing: you are ready. Ready for what? For the next phase of your awakening. But make no mistake, this path is not for the weak. You will be tested again. You will face challenges that seem impossible. You will be asked to let go of everything you once knew, to destroy the old version of yourself completely. Because only then can you step into your true power. Deep down, you've always known you were sent here for something greater. You've felt it since you were a child, that strange pull, that sense of urgency, the feeling that you have a mission to complete, though you may not know exactly what it is yet. But here's the secret. Your soul chose this path long before you were born. You came here knowing the risks, knowing the pain, knowing how hard this journey would be. And yet you still chose it, because you are one of the few strong enough to walk this path. You didn't come here to be normal. You didn't come here to fit in. You came here to wake up and to help others do the same. And the time to remember your mission is now. Have you ever felt drawn to ancient knowledge, lost civilizations, or mystical teachings without knowing why? Does the sound of ancient languages, forgotten symbols, or sacred texts stir something deep within you? This is no accident. This is a memory. The chosen ones are not new souls. They are ancient. They have walked this earth many times before. Some were seers, mystics, and prophets. Others were warriors, guardians, and revolutionaries. But all of them carried the same purpose: to awaken humanity, to guide the lost, to bring light into the darkness. And now, in this lifetime, that mission continues. You were not sent here empty-handed. You came with wisdom buried deep in your soul, waiting to be unlocked. This is why you resonate with hidden knowledge, because you already know it. You're just remembering. The question is, will you allow those memories to awaken? Everything in this world is designed to keep you asleep. From the moment you are born, the system gives you an identity, a path, a set of rules to follow. Go to school, get a job, obey the laws, don't question, don't resist, just follow the script. But something inside you never accepted this, did it? You always felt like there was more, that this life was not meant to be a cycle of work, sleep, and survival. And you were right, because this system was never meant to serve you. It was meant to control you. It feeds off your time, your energy, your emotions, keeping you trapped in a loop of fear and limitation. But here's what they don't want you to know. The moment you step outside of this system, it loses all power over you. You are not here to be a worker, a follower, a pawn in someone else's game. You are here to break the cycle, to escape the illusion, to create a new reality. And once you see the truth, you can never go back. Can you feel it? The world is changing. More and more people are waking up. They are questioning the narratives, breaking free from old beliefs, stepping into their true power. The chosen ones are rising, and as more awaken, the very fabric of reality is shifting. Time feels different. Manifestations happen faster. The energy in the air is charged with something unseen, something powerful. This is the great shift, the turning point, the moment when the old world begins to crumble and the new world takes its place. And those who resist this change, they will cling to the old ways. They will fight to keep the illusion alive. But deep down, they already know. Nothing can stop what is coming. This awakening is not happening without resistance. There are forces that do not want humanity to wake up, forces that thrive in control, deception, and chaos. If you are chosen, you have felt their attacks. The moments of doubt, the unexplained fears, the sudden setbacks in your life. None of it was random. The more you awaken, the more you become a target. Because your light disrupts their control. Your existence alone weakens their hold over this world. And so they try to pull you back down, through distractions, through fear, through people close to you who act as unconscious agents of the system. But here's the truth. They cannot stop you unless you allow them to. You are stronger than they want you to believe. And once you recognize this war for what it is, you become unstoppable. Have you noticed how few people truly understand you? How hard it is to find someone who sees the world the way you do? It's not because you are broken. It's not because you are unlovable. It's because the chosen ones walk alone. This world was never designed for you to fit in. You are not here to follow the masses. You are here to lead. And true leaders, true warriors of light, must first learn the power of solitude. Because it is in your loneliness that you will find clarity. It is in your silence that you will hear the guidance of the universe. It is in your isolation that you will remember who you are. Do not fear this path. Do not resist it. For when the time comes, your solitude will be your greatest strength. As you walk this path, something extraordinary begins to happen. Your abilities will activate. Your senses will expand. You will start to know things without knowing how you know them. You will feel energy shifts before they happen. You will dream of things that later become reality. These are not coincidences. The more you embrace your awakening, the more your hidden gifts will come online. Some will develop the power of healing. Some will gain the ability to influence reality with thought. Some will unlock the ability to communicate with energies beyond this world. And as these gifts awaken, you will begin to realize you were never just human to begin with. Right now, you are standing at a crossroads. One path leads back to the illusion, back to comfort, safety, and ignorance. The other path leads into the unknown, into your true power. But here's the truth. Not everyone will choose to wake up. Some will be too afraid. Some will resist the truth no matter how much it calls to them. But you are not like them. You have come too far. You have seen too much. And now, there is only one question left to ask yourself. Are you ready to embrace who you were always meant to be? Have you ever felt like time moves differently for you? Some days, Hours feel like minutes. Other times, a single moment stretches endlessly. This is because you are not bound by time the way others are. Most people move through life on a linear path, past, present, future. But the chosen ones, they experience time loops, déjà vu, prophetic dreams, because on a deeper level, your soul is operating outside the normal rules of time. You may have sensed things before they happened, or felt like you were reliving a moment you had already experienced in another life, another dimension. This is not your imagination. This is your higher self breaking through the illusion. Because when you awaken, time no longer controls you. You begin to move differently, think differently. You step outside the illusion of limitation. And once that happens, reality bends in ways most people could never comprehend. Have you ever wondered why the people closest to you have betrayed you? Why friends disappear? Why family misunderstands you? This is not a mistake. It is a test. The chosen ones are given the hardest lessons because they are meant to walk a higher path. And one of the greatest lessons is learning to let go of those who cannot walk with you. Some people are placed in your life only to teach you pain, only to awaken something within you that would never have surfaced otherwise. And when their purpose is fulfilled, they must go. Not everyone is meant to follow you into your awakening, and that is one of the hardest truths to accept. But when you finally do, you will realize that every betrayal was a blessing in disguise. Because it was never about them, it was about you becoming the person you were always meant to be. The universe is always speaking to you. But are you paying attention? It speaks in numbers. 111, 222, 333, appearing when you least expect it. It speaks through synchronicities, perfectly timed events that defy logic. It speaks through sudden flashes of intuition, messages that seem to come from nowhere, yet hold undeniable truth. These signs are not random. They are messages guiding you, warning you, preparing you. Most people ignore them. But the chosen ones, they see, they listen, they understand. Because once you begin to recognize the signs, you will realize the universe has been communicating with you all along. Have you ever felt an unseen presence watching over you? A shadow in the corner of your eye, a whisper in the silence, an energy that cannot be explained. This is because you are not alone. The chosen ones are always watched by both the forces of light and those who seek to keep them asleep. You may have experienced strange encounters, seeing flashes of light in the darkness, hearing voices that seem to come from nowhere, feeling an invisible hand guiding or protecting you. This is not your imagination. You are more connected to the spiritual world than you realize, and the deeper you awaken, the more these encounters will increase. Because when you step into your power, you attract both light and darkness. And knowing how to navigate this realm will be one of the greatest challenges you face. Have you ever stopped to question where your deepest fears come from? The fear of being judged, the fear of failing, the fear of stepping into your power. What if I told you those fears were never yours to begin with? From the moment you were born, the world tried to shape you. Parents, teachers, society, programming you to doubt yourself, to stay small, to never challenge the system. They fed you fear, disguised as wisdom. Be realistic. Don't stand out too much. Follow the safe path. But deep down, you always knew that path was never meant for you, because you were not sent here to live in fear. You were sent here to break free. And the moment you realized that the fear was never yours, you can finally let it go. Think about the worst moments of your life, the heartbreaks, the betrayals, the nights you cried alone, the times you felt broken, lost, shattered beyond repair. What if I told you those were the most powerful moments of your life? Because pain is not meant to destroy you. It is meant to awaken you, to strip away the illusions, to burn away the weakness, to reveal the warrior within. The chosen ones are forged in fire, and every hardship you have endured was a sacred initiation. Look back now. Do you see it? The person you are today exists because of the battles you have fought, and the fire that was meant to consume you only made you stronger. There is a loneliness that comes with awakening, a feeling that no one truly understands you. You try to explain what you see, what you feel, but they look at you like you're speaking another language. They laugh, they dismiss, they call you crazy, and that's because they are still asleep. The chosen ones are set apart from the beginning. You were never meant to blend in, to be accepted by the crowd. Your path is different. Your mind is different. Your frequency is different. And that means not everyone will be able to walk beside you. But the sooner you accept this truth, the sooner you will find those who do understand. Because while the chosen ones walk alone, they are never truly alone. What if I told you your words are not just words? Every time you speak, you are casting spells. Every thought you repeat is shaping your reality. This is why the world tries to control your language. They teach you to say, I am tired, I am unlucky, I am not good enough. Because the moment you speak those words, you make them real. But the chosen ones, they know the secret. They know that words are the keys to creation, so they speak differently. I am powerful. I am limitless. I am exactly where I need to be. And with each word, they reshape their world. Have you ever wondered why you? Why were you given this path? Why did you awaken when so many others remain blind? It's because you chose this. Before you were born, you made a sacred contract. You agreed to take on this mission. You agreed to awaken, to guide, to remember. You knew it would not be easy. You knew you would suffer. You knew you would have to walk alone. And yet you still chose it, because only the strongest souls accept this path. And now, as you stand at this moment of realization, the only question that remains is, will you embrace what you came here to do? Have you ever noticed how hard it is to sit in silence, to just be with yourself, without reaching for your phone, without needing noise, without escaping into distractions? This is not an accident. This is by design. The system does not want you to be still, because in stillness you remember who you are. This is why you are bombarded with endless entertainment, social media, constant stimulation, to keep your mind occupied, to keep you disconnected from your true self. But the chosen ones, they break free from this cycle. They learn to embrace silence, to listen to the whispers of their soul. Because when you step out of distraction, you step into power. Have you started sensing things before they happen, knowing who is about to call, feeling the emotions of others as if they were your own? This is not random. Your psychic abilities are awakening. The chosen ones have always had access to these gifts, but the world convinced them it was just imagination. Until now. The more you awaken, the more these abilities will intensify, your intuition will sharpen, your dreams will reveal hidden truths. You will begin to see beyond the surface of reality. But here's the secret. The more you trust these gifts, the stronger they become. Because the universe is waiting for you to remember who you are. Lately, Does the world feel strange? Do things that used to make sense now seem meaningless? That's because you are shifting dimensions. The chosen ones are experiencing something that few will understand. A complete rewiring of reality. Old patterns are breaking. Time feels fluid. You see through the illusions clearer than ever before. This is not just a personal transformation. This is a collective shift. You are not just waking up. You are stepping into a new reality. Have you ever felt unseen resistance in your life? Moments when everything seems to go wrong just as you're about to make a breakthrough. This is not a coincidence. It is spiritual warfare. There are forces in this world that fear your awakening, because every time a chosen one remembers their power, their grip weakens. So they attack, through doubt, through fear, through toxic people sent to drain your energy. But here's what they don't want you to know. You are stronger than they ever expected, and the moment you recognize their tactics, they lose all power over you. Everything in your life has led to this moment. Every struggle, every challenge, every awakening. You were never meant to be ordinary. You were sent here with a mission. But now, the choice is yours. Will you continue pretending to be what the world wants you to be? Or will you step fully into the truth of who you are? Because once you decide, there is no going back. Have you ever met someone and instantly felt like you've known them forever? Or walked into a place and felt a deep, unexplainable familiarity? This is because your soul has been here before. The chosen ones are not new to this realm. You have lived many lifetimes, walked through different ages, carried knowledge from forgotten civilizations. And now, in this life, those memories are beginning to surface, in dreams, in flashes of déjà vu, in deep soul recognition. Because awakening is not just about remembering who you are in this life. It's about remembering who you have always been. Did you know that the moment you were born, the sky held a message for you? A divine blueprint encoded in the stars. Your birth chart is not just astrology. It is a map, a secret guide to your purpose, your struggles, your hidden powers. The world dismisses it as superstition. But the ancient ones knew the truth. Every chosen one has a unique celestial signature, a vibrational imprint that reveals why they are here, what challenges they must overcome, and how they will change the world. And when you learn to decode it, you unlock a power most will never understand. Have you felt the deep need to pull away from others, to spend time in solitude, away from the noise of the world? This is not depression. This is not loneliness. This is transformation. When a caterpillar is ready to become a butterfly, it does not stay in the crowd. It retreats into the cocoon. The chosen ones go through the same process. Because true awakening does not happen in the middle of distractions. It happens in silence. If you feel the pull to be alone, do not resist it. This is where your greatest evolution is taking place. Have you ever been drawn to certain symbols without knowing why? The eye of Horus, the flower of life, sacred geometry that feels familiar, yet mysterious. These symbols are not random. They hold forgotten knowledge, blueprints of creation, codes of higher consciousness. The ancients left them behind as keys, waiting for the awakened to rediscover them. That is why you recognize them. That is why they stir something deep inside you. Because your soul remembers. And as you study these ancient signs, you begin to unlock truths that were never meant to be forgotten. Have you noticed that nature feels different now? That the trees, the sky, the wind, all seem alive? This is because you are beginning to hear the language of the earth. Most people walk through nature and see only scenery. But the chosen ones, they feel its energy, the whispers in the wind, the messages in the rustling leaves, the deep pull toward water, mountains, forests. This is because the earth is a living being, and the more you awaken, the stronger your connection to it becomes, because in truth, you were never separate from it to begin with. You were never meant to fit in. You were never meant to stay asleep. Everything you have felt, every moment of isolation, every strange experience, every deep knowing, has been leading you to this truth. You are not here to live an ordinary life. You are here to remember who you are. And now, it is time to step fully into your power. If this message resonates with you, it is because you were meant to hear it. Leave a comment below. What part of your awakening has been the most intense? Let your voice be heard. Let others know they are not alone. And if you are ready to go deeper, like this video, subscribe to Ascended Awakening and turn on notifications. Because your journey is only just beginning, and there is so much more to uncover.